All right, Big Reid in studio right now. It's 99.7. Now, I got a special guest in here. This guy. Bro, do me a favor. Introduce yourself to the people if they don't already recognize you.
What's up? This is Alex Aiono.
Now, I kind of have a connection to you. I have a 5-year-old daughter.
All right.
And she likes to watch YouTube videos.
Yeah. And
she searches on her own. She'll get on her iPad. She'll get on whatever little device she has, and she'll be going through it. And she landed on this guy. And I don't know if I want to fight you or like you, bro, because my daughter watches your videos all day long. You are super talented.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
I know you just got signed not too long ago.
Yeah.
With Interscope now.
Yeah.
You are crazy talented.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's been a crazy journey so far.
For sure. Now, I watched a lot of the YouTube videos, not necessarily by choice, but I like them. I think they're dope. I recently just watched the I Spy one you did.
Yeah.
All the covers you've done.
Yeah.
How many views on YouTube do you have in total right now?
Man.
Is it 1 billion yet?
No, not
You're
a billion.
getting there.
I think we're at half a billion.
Half a billion?
Almost.
That's
I think.
crazy.
Yeah, 500 million.
Now, your fans love you.
They're awesome. They're the greatest.
I have 4,000 followers on Instagram. You're almost at 2 million.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if I looked like you, I'd probably have a little bit more followers.
Nah,
but
man,
you are super talented, bro. Thank you for coming to the Bay.
No, I appreciate it, man.
I know you're on tour right now.
Yeah. I mean, Will Singe.
Now, you guys are taking over the Warfield tonight. Sold out, completely sold out in the Bay. Is this your first time performing in the Bay?
No. So I played Great American Music Hall 3 years ago was the first time I played here.
For sure.
And I was opening up for a band, just played, I was the first one. And this will now be the third time I've been back. We played the Warfield last night, actually. We had two nights in a row that we've been playing. Tonight's dead sold out, completely sold out. That's why we did the show last night, to open up so more people could come to shows. But I'm very, very excited. The Bay does it almost better than anybody else in the whole U.S. Their concerts are crazy.
Do you have something about the Bay that you like the most so far?
Let's see. I mean, growing up, when we'd come out here for vacation and stuff, we'd always go to Fisherman's Wharf and do all that stuff. So that stuff's always fun. But like I said, the fans out here are just they're ready to go. You know, the Bay is they play E40 before the show starts. So the fans are internally all ready to go for the shows and stuff. So it's always a good time.
That's one of the dopest things about the Bay, especially when we have Bay artists that a song comes on an E40 or a Too Short or a Mac Dre. Once that happens, everybody goes absolutely
automatically
insane.
Yeah,
they could be having the worst day of their life when one of those songs comes on.
And Tell Me When to Go comes on, and people are like, "Hey,
it's over, it's lit."
Yeah.
Now, what are you working? I know you got a single. You just did a video. Just dropped a video.
Yeah.
It's already at 4-point-something million views. You dropped on your birthday. Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you very much. 21.
21. What did you do?
Honestly, nothing.
Nothing?
No.
That's how I went for my 21st birthday.
I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that stuff. I hung out with my sisters, and I played a show that night, and we had a great time. And the crowd sang happy birthday to me, and that was all. That was good. I was good for that. That's all I wanted to do. So
now talk to the people about the single and the video.
Yeah. So Work the Middle, brand new single. It's the first single I put out with the label, and it's interesting because. Starting off on social media and getting a lot of my fans coming from that area, it was a different step for me because I've always sung other people's songs, and so putting out my own song, a song that nobody heard before, I was real nervous to see how the fans would react to it because a lot of people like my Drake covers, a lot of people like my my I Spy covers and my and all my mashups and stuff, but I was really excited to see that people were really taking well to the single and to the video, and the video with the help of Will DeBeast and the whole I'm a Beast team, they directed it and choreographed it and put the dancers in there and made it look super sexy and dope.
For sure. It definitely was.
So they big shout outs to them for helping make it look awesome, and I've just been excited to share my original music because that's something that I started out doing when I first moved to LA was songwriting. So I'm very, very excited to share that side of me because a lot of fans think that just because I put up videos on YouTube, that's the only side to me. And so I'm very excited that I get to show everybody who might not know that I write my own music or that we put out that I put out original music that's a whole side to me that I love to show everybody.
Yeah. Now, while I was doing like some more digging into everything, other than what my daughter watches almost every single day.
What's
on
your daughter's
YouTube,
name, by the way? We gotta give her a shout out.
Her name is Natalie.
Natalie, yo,
Yes.
shout outs to Natalie. Thanks for watching the videos.
She's gonna be super excited. She's gonna be mad at me if she's not here today.
You should have brought her in. Bring your daughter to work day.
For sure. Is that today?
I don't know.
Okay.
It could be. It's any day. It's whatever day you want it to be, you know?
But definitely next time I'll bring her around.
For sure.
Now, I was doing some more looking in. So you're not, like, one of the main things you talk about is you're not an overnight success. Like, you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
So you've been putting in that work.
Yeah, I moved out. I grew up in Arizona, and I moved out about 7 years ago now. And so if we're looking in the grand scheme of things, One Dance dropped not just a little bit over a year ago.
52 million views, by the way.
And so if a lot of people will look at that and be like, man, this kid's been posting videos for a year, and just this one popped up, and now it's this big thing, and everybody's going crazy, and I just signed to a label. But I moved out to LA 7 years ago, and I was writing songs with Babyface and Boys to Men, and I had the opportunity to write with incredible people like Tim and Bob and John Legend and Billy Mann and all these writers who've made big hits in the past and everything. And so this has been something that I've been working on, really, really hard, and my team and I have taken it really, really slow, and we've really worked and made sure that every move we made wasn't a bad move. And so it's always funny when people are like, man, I've been following you since 2 million subscribers. And I'm like, I appreciate it. All of my fans, every fan, whether they've started being a fan of me right now listening to the show or back when I was living in Arizona, I appreciate them all the same. But it's always funny because some people think that when they started being a fan of me is when I started my career. But it's been, it's been such a long time that like we always make that joke that it's like it took me 5 or 6 years to become an overnight success, and now my career has apparently started. But it's been fun, and I appreciate every little bit of this journey that I've been on.
For sure. Now, do you have a specific decade of music or area of music? My favorite is 90s R&B. Like I'm big on Boys and Men, Soul for real. Like those are the people like that I really enjoy listening to. Do you have a specific decade of music that you like the most?
Man, I mean, it changes all the time. I grew up listening to the same as you. I was listening to Lauryn Hill and Boys to Men and D'Angelo and even going a little bit earlier than that into like the 80s, it was like going into like Stevie Wonder and obviously Michael and all that stuff. And so I grew up listening to that R&B, really heavy neo soul type stuff. But then, then growing up and expanding myself, I started listening to everything from Alice Cooper to Jimi Hendrix, to the Beatles, to all that stuff. And then even into now, a lot of the music that reflects that, like the 1975 and Maroon 5. So like from R&B all the way into this pop, punk rock, rock and roll-esque music, I think is something that kind of really expands. I've been into a lot of that, like D'Angelo, like 3/4, like da-doom.
Okay, for sure.
It's like really like jazzy R&B stuff recently. But
are we gonna get a D'Angelo cover though?
Man, the funny thing is, me and Will, since we started doing tour, we've been talking like, all right, cool, we got to drop a video together, because last time we dropped a video together, I think combined it got like 60 million views.
Yeah, that's the one where you guys did Confessions.
Yeah, we did Confessions, and so our two videos combined hit like 60 million views. So we were like, yo, we got to do something crazy that'll just change, like it'll change it. And so we were thinking of doing, we both like are obsessed with D'Angelo.
Okay.
So we were thinking of dropping how does it feel? How does it feel to do it? Because it's got that same vibe, and we both are like obsessed with that song. So it's funny that you said that, because we were like talking about what covers we should do or what we should mash stuff up with, because there's a lot of songs out that are right now that come out that are literally these are like just like the same kind of vibe. You got songs like That's What I Like by Bruno Mars, that's giving you that
absolutely,
that's that vibe. So it's so cool that music is kind of taking a turn back into this vibe that we both, this 90s R&B, this like 90s like music making you move, but it's also like sexy, like good music that a bro can listen to. It's not like that. It's not that real like soft R&B.
Soft. Yeah, for sure. I got you.
Like bros can be in the car and bump that song and be like, hey, but the girls still listen to it and be like, dang, like he makes me feel sexy. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to share that kind of music, because that's the kind of music I like. And so doing, whether it's covers of D'Angelo or putting out original music that's like that, I'm just happy that music is kind of coming back.
It is like 90s R&B is where it's at.
Yeah.
Everybody's sampling and stuff.
Yeah.
So we can look forward to you guys doing this, right?
You know, I definitely a cover. I'm trying to convince. We're trying to make sure that we put out whatever we put out is just that pure fire.
For sure.
But between the two of us, we'll definitely have some popping stuff up in the near future.
Do you have a favorite cover that you've done? Like one of the ones we know One Dance is the big one. That one went absolutely crazy all over the place, and I've heard it a lot. But like, is there one of the covers that you've done that is this the one that stands out that you like the most?
Man, it's funny because I feel like every time I do a video, like that video is like my favorite. Like, man, I feel like, man, I really stretched myself out this time. I'm so excited. Or like, man, I tried playing something new, or I tried doing a different way of doing my videos. So I like that kind of constant struggle that I have with myself to expand myself and make myself look different, so it's not the same thing every time I put a video up. Mm-hmm. But like you said, One Dance is always going to be my baby. The video I did with Will of the Confessions and Black Beatles is always going to be fun because we play that still to this day. We play it live. It's our encore song when they won an encore, and we go out there and we have like just so much fun being on stage. A lot of my R&B mashups are my favorite just because they're my favorite songs. Mm-hmm. And so they're literally like, each of them are like a child. That would be crazy because I got like 200 videos. It'll be like 200 kids. But like it's cool because they all have something about them. Like we'll listen back to them, or I'll watch my old videos and I'll be like, dang, like I remember how excited I was when I put that video out. Like I was like, this is changing the game. And then I put a new video out and I was like, this is changing the game. Like we're changing the way that people cover music. And so it's cool. But like you said, One Dance is always going to be the baby, and the Black Beatles mashup will always be a big one to me, and all that stuff. But,
for sure. Did you know that the One Dance was going to go as hard as it did?
That's what people always ask, and I feel like no and yes, because because I put it out maybe like 2 days after One Dance came out, like by Drake.
Early,
like, as soon as I heard it, I wanted to do it.
Absolutely.
And so I knew that like, anytime that I put out a video right after the song comes out, it's gonna get it's gonna get more views than anything, especially because it's a Drake song. Mm-hmm. But what happened was I had a really good friend of mine who he does a lot of social media stuff in Mexico.
Okay.
And people always think that I'm Hispanic, but I got no Hispanic in me. My dad's from New Zealand, so I'm Pacific Islander.
Okay.
And so I hit up my friend and I was like, yo, this One Dance vibe, like I want to do something in Spanish. Like tell me like what song is really popping in Spanish. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna make it sound like I'm full on fluent in the language, and I'm gonna learn Spanish and with the intention of actually learning the language. And I want to do this video. And so he told me it was the Hasta el Amanecer, and I was like, all right, cool. So I learned it and I put it together. I didn't know how big Hasta el Amanecer was. It was one of the first songs to ever chart, a Spanish song to chart in English and jump as high as it did, mixed with One Dance, obviously, which did One Dance as it did. So I had no idea that I was going to go that big, because even those two songs together doesn't make sense for somebody to get 50 million views on a cover of it, you know? And so the fact that the fans, there was a lot of the fans sharing it with their friends. It was a lot of, like my parents sharing it and then their friends sharing it on their Facebooks and stuff. And like, it was all kind of just that guerrilla, like full on, just like people sharing it and sharing it and sharing it. And that's really what built it up. So like it has, to me, the song is huge and the mashup was cool and fun, but like it was all about the fans just sharing it with their friends and stuff.
Like the fans, you get a lot of fans off that.
It was, a lot of people
showing love. And then now you got Work the Middle out in the video, and they're getting onto the original content that you're creating now. Is dope.
It's so cool. It's been like I said, and I always say, it's been like an incredible journey. It's been an incredible, a ride that I've been on, and the fact that there's people, anybody, let alone 4 million on YouTube, 2 million on Instagram, hundreds of thousands everywhere else, that want to be on this journey with me. I feel so blessed, and I feel very very lucky to be in this position, to have a group of people who support me and love me enough to help me like live out this dream. It's crazy.
For sure. So what has been the craziest moment so far? When did you realize that, oh man, this is getting big, people are going crazy? Not necessarily crazy, but they love you. You know what I mean? They build this connection with you through your videos and through your music and everything.
So so when I started, like, so once One Dance hit, I was still just making videos in my house. So I could see comments, I could see views, I could see likes, but it was always kind of like on the screen, you know, it was never like there in front of me. And I remember right before I signed with Interscope, I went to London. I'd never been to London before. I was just like, this is the first time, cool. And I wanted to go to the London Eye, the big Ferris wheel. And I was like, tweeted it out, like, because most of the time, if you go somewhere that you've never been before, you don't know nobody. And so I tweeted out like, yo, I'm about to go see the London Eye for the first time. I'm so excited. Not expecting anything. I just wanted my fans to know that I was doing something that I've always wanted to do. And so by the time I get there, I remember I was with my manager and he said, did you tweet that you're going to come here? And I was like, yeah. And he says, that's not a good idea. And I was like, why? And he goes, because fans are going to come. And I said, no fans are going to come. I'm in London. Like, I got fans in L.A.
For sure.
I got fans in New York, but I don't got no fans in London.
Okay.
And I remember a girl came and she was like looking and she looked around and she saw me and like looked to a group of people and pointed. And she came up and I was like, oh, cool. Like, there's a fan. That's so cool. All this stuff. And then a herd of people came around and like it turned into like this big thing. And like the park security was like super like, yo, what is going on right now? Like, this isn't okay. Like, there's a giant gathering of people. And in today's terrible, twisted world, giant groups of gathering people are not usually taken kindly by police forces and all that stuff. And so I remember like looking at my manager and I was like worried because these police were coming to me saying what's going on. And I'm like, yo, I don't know. I just tweeted that I wanted to go see the London Eye. And all of these incredible fans are here. And they had gifts and they had notes and they had letters. And I remember we got into a cab. And we had cars following us, so we had to get into a different cab. It was like crazy. It was like pure craziness.
That's what's up.
And that was the first moment, like you said, where I was like, whoa, like this is bigger than I thought it was at the time. And while, you know, like I've been in LA for 7 years and it was something that I've always wanted. And since I was a kid, this was a dream I always had. It wasn't until it actually happened that I was like, whoa, like this is crazy.
That's what's up.
It's been incredible since then and going to new places. We just sold out 4 different countries to play shows in that I'd never even been to. And so just that whole idea is weird, that like I'd never been somewhere, but there's people that are waiting for me to come. Is just like, it's a weird feeling, and it's also like so cool because it's like, why, like, well, not in a bad way, but like, why? Like, what, y'all are excited for me to come. I never even met you guys before, but thanks to the internet, it's like we have. So I'm just really excited for that.
That's super dope. Do you have problems going to like the store now? Like, can you just go to the store and just be able to chill, or does it kind of get crazy sometimes?
No, it's not crazy at all. Like, if I go, you know, I've been blessed to get to the point now that people are. It's starting to, like, it was like people would look at me like, are you that dude that does One Dance? And now it's kind of switched over into like, are you Alex Aiono? But I feel like once it gets to the point where people see me and automatically are like, that's Alex Aiono. Because I feel like people are still like, is that, I think, you know, but if once that goes away, then I feel like that's when like the problems happen. And so I'm lucky that I get to go out with my family still, and I can still go to lunch, and I can still go to shop, and I can go to Disneyland and stuff. Disneyland gets a little crazy because like I always like, I'm always at, like, I love Disneyland, and so I'll go to Disneyland all the time, and that's where like a bunch of people are. But it's always fun. I love taking pictures of the fans, and I love meeting them. They're the reason that I am sitting right here right now. That's so awesome. I love getting to meet them, and I hope that no time soon. I mean, it would be great coming soon for me to get mobbed everywhere I go. But
yeah, for sure.
I love getting to have like moments where a fan comes up to me and we get to like talk and we can like kick it, and no one else around, like walking around us, no one else knows who we are, but like we get to have that moment to talk, and I get to be like, hey, thanks for watching my stuff, thanks for like supporting me, because this is because of you.
That's awesome. That's really dope. Now you're on the Changes tour right now through the first week of April.
I
think you still got Vegas left, Dallas.
We're going to LA, Vegas. We're going down through the South, and we have like literally got to loop through the rest of the United States. And
then you're starting the European tour next month too.
Yeah,
right?
After party tour.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's dope.
So that's where those dates are that I was talking about. That I'd never been to Amsterdam before. I'd never been to
I think Spain was on there.
Spain's
Berlin.
on there. Berlin. I never been to Copenhagen, and all those shows like sold out in minutes. And I was like, yo, how is this like? I've never been here before.
That is super dope.
Well, I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
Work the Middle is a single right now.
Yeah.
The video is on your YouTube page. They can check it out there.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to your fans, bro?
Man, just thanks for supporting me. Thanks for telling your friends about me. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for telling me what you think. Thanks for fighting all the haters off for me. Like everything. Like y'all are the greatest fans of the whole world, man. I appreciate you guys. I really mean that. You guys are the greatest. There's nobody that can beat it. Like we got nominated for a fan award, you know? So like I don't think that there's no better way to prove that you got the best fans in the world than to get voted for an award or nominated for an award that is built by the fans, you know? So like they're the greatest fans in the whole world. Make sure you guys, you know, just keep doing you and follow your dreams. And I appreciate you, and I believe in all you just as much as you believe in me.
That's awesome. Alex Aiono in the studio right now. Big Reid. It's 99.7 now.
All right.